Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy and I'm a licensed esthetician in the state of Texas. Today I thought, in true form of it being Valentine's Day week, we could film a quick, fun little video and do more of a Valentine's Day, more made up ColoreScience mineral SPF makeup, not makeup, look. So this is going to have a lot more products than my last video. This is not as simple, has a little bit more steps, but I'm super excited to share this with y'all. I am going to start out first with the Total Eye 3-in-1. They call it 3-in-1, but I think it should be called 4-in-1. This is the, I don't know why, I always read it. I'll know what it is, and then I just want to read it. It's in front of me. I feel weird. So this is a 3-in-1 because it is a sunscreen, an eye cream, and a concealer all in one. It's 100% mineral, but I think it should be called 4-in-1 because it also has this really cool cold roller ball that helps with lymphatic drainage and puffiness. So whenever you start out with this, and I've already done my skincare routine, you just want to pump down a little bit. So a big mistake that people have made when they've got this product from me and then they run out very quickly is you want to resist the urge to just push it all the way down because you're just going to get way too much product. So you want to pump it about half down to like a third of the way down. Mine's actually about to run out, so that's why it's not coming out so much. And I've had this almost 2 years and it's just now running out. So this stuff lasts. So I am shade Fair, and Fair has more of a porcelain undertone, and then Medium has more of a peachy undertone, but the Medium is just a bit too dark for me for my under eye area. So once I get that pressed down like that, you can see I have about that much product. I like to tap one side first, then the other side twice so that I get an even amount of product. So I'm just gonna tap here and then I'm gonna tap. That way I have about the same since the first side got more product. Then I tap. And then you can actually, you wanna make sure you have a good slip. You don't wanna be pulling this delicate skin under the eyes. It is so important that we protect the skin under our eyes, but you can just use this little stainless steel cold roller under the eye. Helps with puffiness, lymphatic drainage. It just feels so nice. It really even like wakes me up. I really like it. So I have that about that much rubbed in. I look silly. Now I'm just going to take a beauty blender and I'm just going to tap. So tap. And I just like, you don't want to be pulling the skin ever. I'm just going to kind of tap that in. I will say it always looks more blended in person than it does on camera. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Face Shield Flex. I am shade Medium. So there are, I think we have 5 shades now. So there's Fair, Light, Medium, Tan, and Deep. And I personally like the Medium. It is a little bit tanner for me and my skin tone, but I prefer that. I like my foundation, because it's not makeup, to give me a little bit of a tanny undertone glow. This one does have a little bit more orangey undertones, where I would say that the Fair is like a true porcelain undertone, and then the Light almost has a tinge of like a yellow undertone to me, but the Light is right in the middle. Because with the ColoreScience, we were having people who were, most of my customers are medium, some of them are light, and then, sorry, some of them are fair. And then I did have a few people that were kind of neither. They sat in the middle, so they were purchasing both and mixing. And so ColoreScience formulated a product. It's called Light, in between Fair and Medium, and that will be your shade. So I always just kind of shake this up, and then I like to start with little squiggles all around my face. It goes on white in the beginning, and don't let that freak you out because it has the color depositing flecks in it. That's why it's called the flex. So I like to just do little squiggles around my face like so. And then I always like to start out by rubbing this in with my fingers first. I feel like if you go straight in with a brush, you are just going to be picking up a lot of products with your brush, and it's going to be kind of wasting product and you might even need to put more on. So I like to get it about 80 to 90% rubbed in with my fingers, and then I like to go in with the brush and blend it out. I feel like I may have put a little bit too much, and that's okay. That's what is so great about the ColoreScience is it is 100% mineral, and so it is it's so forgiving. That's what I love about it. So now, see, it looks like this. I'm just going to take my brush and blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. Okay, so I've pretty much got that all blended in. I checked it in the mirror. I have a little mirror here because it can sometimes be hard to see on camera. And then I always just like to kind of tap it in to blend it with that concealer. But that is it. This is the Face Shield Flex. It's 100% mineral. It is SPF 50 broad spectrum SPF. I just absolutely love this stuff, and it works. It works so good when we're talking about aging, pigment, sun damage, even acne. Sunscreen is going to be your best friend for preventing all of the above. And it's really just so important that we're wearing that sunscreen every single day, because you think about a lot of people want to just wear sunscreen when they go to the beach. It's like, okay, well, you spent 4 hours out on the beach or whatever, but you have to think about the 20 minutes that you're driving to and from work every single day. I'm technically getting sun damage right now because the sun is coming through the windows. So you want to think about that compounded, those habits where you're doing them every single day. That's what's going to be building up throughout your life. That's why we have a lot. I personally see this. I've seen it online from dermatologists, other estheticians, and I personally see it in my office, in my treatment room, on my table. I get clients who are older, 50 and up, and they are coming in with a lot of issues on the left side of the face that they are not having on the right side of the face. And that is because of the decades of driving and sun damage. Okay, next, I am going to do the cheeks, and I am going to go in with the Color Bomb. I am going to be using shade Blush for my blush. It's kind of confusing. The blush is shade Blush. I just finally had to get a new one of these. I've had mine for almost 2 years, and I'm just running out. I mean, granted, I have all the colors and use them, but these last forever. And these are amazing. We are going to be using 3 of them in this video today. I'm going to be using blush, glow, and bronze. But these are amazing because they are ophthalmologist safe, tested, approved for eyeshadow on the eyes. So you can use any of these color bombs, and they're SPF 50. You can use them as bronzer, highlight, contour, lipstick, eyeshadow, blush, all the things. These are just amazing, and they're 100% mineral. I am actually going to contour first. So this is shade Bronze, and this is a very bronze, okay? So don't let this scare you when you use it. So I like to just kind of contour the face, give it some shape, and I like to just kind of pop a little bit in here and here. You can even, sorry, I had a little itch. I like to put a little here down the neck. Do you want to know something funny? One day I was doing this and I forgot to blend the one under my neck because I looked at my face and I thought, okay, it looks good. And I had just this on my neck all day long, and no one said anything to me. Okay, so another cool thing about this is you can kind of line down the nose a little bit and give you a little contour there. And then I'm just going to pop a teeny bit, a little goes a long way with the bronze, right in here. And now I'm just going to actually just use the same brush that I used for my flex. And I'm just going to blend it out. So when in doubt, blend it out. Look how easy that blends. This gives you a little bit of color up top, kind of contours the face. Tap, tap, tap. I just drew on the face, but you can also go into this and pick up products if you want. I like to spin when I do the neck, spin it, roll it, and drag it down. See? Snatched. And then I'm going to tap, tap, tap to blend out the nose. See? Look at that. I put a little bit more here, and I actually am going to wash my hair tonight. So I'm going to kind of push it more into my hairline because that's no problem. Now I'm going to be using the color bombs a little later for eyeshadow, but I just want to finish off with the face. So I want, because I am going to be doing a darker lip, I want more a natural cheek. I don't want to be like dark cheeks, dark lips, and just kind of look like a clown, right? So now I'm going to be using shade blush, color bomb, and shade blush, and this is going to be for my blush. So I like to just take this, take the cap off, and then I just have a brush like this, and I'm just going to wipe, wipe, wipe. This one's new, so I need to kind of warm it up a bit and grab more than I normally would. And then see, the product is on there. A way that I have found works best for me to do the blush is to kind of make this funny face like that and kind of get my cheeks up and see the points of my cheeks, and then I'll know where to apply the blush. Another amazing thing about using these color bombs is that, you know, as we age over time, sun damage, that sun is coming down and it is hitting the peaks of the face. And so by using a color bomb, yes, we're doing our makeup, adding color, making us feel better, but we're also giving an extra layer of protection because these are SPF 50. So I have the blush. I'm going to make my weird little face, and I'm just going to pop it into the cheeks. It's so pretty. Blush, the color blush is probably one of my favorites. I tend to reach for it quite a bit. It was one of the only ones I used for about a year until they came out with Savannah, and I also like the Savannah. But the blush is just so pretty. It's just a very light pink, very natural. It's even been a little too light for some. Okay, now I'm going to use another color bomb. This is Glow. So this is the highlighter. This is just so pretty. I often just tap into it and tap on my face, so it's really funny. There's literally my fingerprint in it. So today I'm going to use a brush, and I'm just going to roll this on here, and I'm going to be using this as my highlighter. So I am just going to pop this right here on the cheek. See that little sheen? And here as well. I personally do like a little bit of highlighter here on the lip. Oh, you can see that. Kind of like that. And then you can always drag it up the nose a bit, and then I always pop it in the corners of the eyes here. It just gives you like a nice little awake look. So there is that. And then let's also use these for eyeshadow. So I'm going to start first with the blush, and I'm going to just get some of that on this brush. I do have lash extensions, but I'm going to just kind of pop this in this area. Give me a little bit of pink on the eyes. Also going to give me some really great sun protection on the eyes. The eyes are the thinnest skin on the entire body, and they never stop moving. They're the first to show the signs of aging. And it is just so important that we protect them from the sun. So then I'm going to go back, just because the bronze is going to be darker and I don't want that on my brush. I'm going to go back and grab a little bit more of the Glow Color Bomb and pop it on the peaks of the brow bone. Give me a little bit of highlight there. And then lastly, I am going to grab some of this bronze and put it right here in the crease just to give me, look at that. That looks so good. Just to give me a little bit more. Because we are doing a full makeup look today. Full makeup for me, you know, because I don't wear makeup. So that is pretty much it so far. I took a few more steps. I just wanted to show y'all this is where we're at and this is how it looks. And now I am going to take my matte brush. So this is a sheer matte sunscreen brush from ColoreScience. It's going to set everything, blurs pores. It's also SPF 30, so it's going to give me an extra layer of sun protection. But I just really like this. I do have more oily skin, and so I do like this to just kind of give me a little layer so that I don't end up super shiny by the end of the day. So when you first get this, you really have to hit it to break the seal within the product because there's a sponge in here, but mine is already opened. So I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap. No, it's loud. Sorry, Sawyer. He's like, the dogs are napping. So I'm just gonna tap that in here and then you'll see it dispenses the product. And I'm just gonna kind of carry this around. You can even kind of tap it into the tops of the eyelids. It just really sets everything. You can also just hit it and then I'll just carry this under. Oh my gosh, I just got that in my eye. I'll just carry this under here to kind of set that concealer. It also just blends everything out really well. I'm gonna hit it again, give some SPF on my ears. Like I said, I am gonna wash my hair tonight, so I'm not super worried about getting a bunch of gross stuff in my hair. Well, makeup, not super worried about getting makeup in my hair. And I'm just gonna carry that down the neck, give me some sun protection there. And then I am choosing one more color bomb. This is shade Berry. I decided to choose this color because it is one of the darker colors and I want to do a red lip. And so I think this one is just going to look the best underneath. You don't have to wear a color bomb underneath your lip shines, but I want to just for purposes of this video. So this is the color bomb. This is shade Berry. And it is just like a true berry. We also have Violet Haze, which has a little bit more of a bluish undertone. This one does not. So I am going to use this first as a lipstick. Kind of just put that on. I'm not worried about getting it super perfect because I'm about to put lip gloss on. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Peptide Lip Shine. This is SPF 30. It has plumping peptides, and this is the limited edition shade Scarlet. Now, I do still have a few of these left in stock. I'm not sure if they still have them online on the ColoreScience website, but I personally do, and I will link all of that below. But this is just a really pretty, it's red, but it's more of a deep red. It's not like that bright fire engine red. So I'm just going to go in with this. I like to just wipe a teeny bit of it off and then apply. Okay, there it is. I'm going to check it in the mirror because it is just so hard to see on camera what I have done. Looks good, actually. So this is Color Bomb Berry with the Lip Shine Scarlet on top. I absolutely love these lip shines from ColoreScience. Like I said, they are SPF 30. There are other sunscreen lip glosses on the market, but they taste like sunscreen. Yuck. So I love this one because it is just minty, refreshing. It does not taste like sunscreen. It is plumping, but it doesn't irritate your lips. You know how there's some plumping lip glosses that you put it on and your lips are like on fire and they're burning and they're like swollen and then you start looking like you have like cold sores or something like that all over your mouth? This does not do that. So it's not irritating. It's very gentle. It has plumping peptides. It's minty, and it has SPF. And it's so important that we're protecting that delicate skin on the lips from the sun. So here is the full look with all of the products. I will link everything down below. As you know, there are 2 ways to shop ColoreScience with me. So number 1, you can shop my partner portal, which I will link, and that is going to go through ColoreScience and ship directly to you. And then number 2 is you can shop my personal website. So I will link all of this below on my website. And I'm still doing, if you want to join, ColoreScience offers lasting beauty rewards. This is a reward program similar to the ones like they do at Ulta and Sephora, and it rewards you for shopping ColoreScience. So if you are not already input in lasting beauty rewards, I have a Google form down below. You can fill that out. I will get you in the system, and the first 50 people to fill out that form will get a free Total Eye Hydrogel Treatment Mask from me. I will mail that to you. So thank you for watching. Everything is linked below. This is our little Valentine's-y look. Happy February. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.